Now let us talk to Cris Cyborg, who I do believe is joining us via the magic of Skype. Yes, let's go to the magic of Skype and welcome in the greatest women's featherweight fighter ever on the planet, living, past, previous, present, the one and only Cris Cyborg Justino. Cris, how are you?
Great, thank you, Ariel. I'm very nice, very happy, gonna fight soon.
Yes, congratulations. Were you worried when Megan Anderson had to pull out that once again something would happen and you wouldn't get a fight? How nervous were you?
I just disappointed about the fight Megan Anderson, because I'm from Brazil too. I come to America 7 years ago, and I come illegal and did everything, follow all the rules. And and now I'm seeing, and it make me very disappointed because her and her manager show respect, agree to fight, make everything announced for the fight, and then she's no have visa, for the fight. This is show don't respect, show really immature, and but I always am training, I train a lot. It doesn't matter who we're gonna fight. I always prepare, for 5 rounds, prepare for the worst. I think if you're the champion, if you're a fighter, you need to fight for anybody put in front of you, but it's not cool, pull out after 1 month close to the fight.
So you were upset. You were pissed off when you heard this news.
Yeah, because, man, you're no kid, you're professional. You're a fighter, you're professional. I'm from Brazil too, and then always I follow the rules, and how you can step to the fight, and then if you even don't work with, don't know your visa, it's a right or not, I don't think it's cool that. It's not professional.
Are you hopeful that the issue will get sorted, in relative short order, and that you will fight her next if all goes well on July 29th? Is that something that you still want?
We make a joke, if Trump don't make the wall in Australia, maybe if he make you, I go to Australia, fight October her.
Oh my gosh. All right, fair enough. What was your reaction when you found out that Tonya Evinger, of all people, the 135-pound champion in Invicta, was going to be your opponent for the 145 belt?
I respect Tonya. I think she's a great fighter, and she's a long time doing fighting. I know her when I fought to Gina Carano, and she's the world champion 35. I think she's top 10. All the women's MMA. I think she's already happy to have the opportunity to fight in big platform like UFC. And I just she show respect, for accept the fight 30 days notice. I just thankful for she accepted, because if she not do that, maybe we cannot make the fight for all the fans. And she's really have courage, and I think with her it will be a nice fight than Megan Anderson. I think she's have a nice style, and I think it'll be cool for all the fans excited fight.
When I say, Cris, when I say to you Germaine Durand-me, what do you think?
Yeah, I think she's scary. I think she's not the real fighter. I think when you fight and you hold the belt, you have to fight your contender number one. And before she fights to the belt, she's already know she's going to fight me if she gets the belt, But, I really don't understand it, because, I'm from shootball gym, and we train and say, man, no matter who you're going to fight, you just have to prepare for the worst and be ready. You cannot see the opponent. But, the new athletes coming, and then, who want to choose who you want to fight. And if you're the world champion, if you hold the belt, if you contender number one, you cannot choose who you want to fight. I think she's run. I don't think she's supposed to be the UFC champion. I think she just say I'm gonna fight Cyborg, but the reality she don't did. She's gonna run away.
And Cris, can I ask you? I'm just seeing sort of like your mouth. Can you lift up the camera a little bit so I see your full face? A little bit. There you go. Yes, perfect. That's so much better. Thank you. When you saw Germaine in Brooklyn after she won the belt, did you know already from there that this is not going to happen?
I was talking to my team before this fight happened. We talked together, and they said, maybe, if Holly win the fight, she's not going to fight me next. for sure she's gonna say I'm gonna back to 135 and maybe try hold the belt 135. Be the first woman we have to hold two belts. And Randy too, we say the same thing. She's gonna get the belt, try hold how long she can hold. For do seminars, make money, get the public to UFC. We already knew they're not gonna accept the fight. By the way, after the fight, we already know that. Then we already think about that. This is gonna happen. But I saw her in Brazil, in New York, and we take picture face off. But there we already know we're gonna do a lot of things. I find a lot of excuses for the fight not happen.
When you heard, her manager put out a statement saying that we don't want to fight Cris because she's a cheater and all this stuff, what was your reaction to this? How did you? I mean, you failed one test back in 2011. You had this incident with USADA and they cleared you. And so to be called that after all these years and all these fights, how do you react when you read this?
The problem is people use this, my mistake I did a long time ago. This is 2012, 11, I think the last 2011. They use this mistake for I find excuse for no fight, I'm the first athlete signed with USADA 1 year before fight UFC. This is the excuse for don't accept the fight. Same Ronda Rousey using this long time. She's a cheater, I want to fight her. So she doesn't want to find and to find insurance. This is like insurance for the fighters for not fighting. But man, this is ridiculous because we make the same test. USADA, we do the same thing. And then the first athlete 1 year signed with USADA before being UFC for proving I'm a clean athlete, for proving, man, I did a mistake, but I pay already, And I'm not the first athlete to happen, I have a lot of athletes happen the same thing. And then, you have to, I just laugh, man, because they don't have excuses, just as scary for accepting the fight.
What were you thinking? It took so long for this resolution to come about of them stripping her and booking you against Megan Anderson. I mean, weeks and weeks and weeks. It was just like this story. Was it driving you nuts? How are you reacting to all this? How are you still staying focused and training and things like that when for weeks we had no answer to the situation with the belt?
After my last fight, September, I'm training almost 6 months straight. I'm trying to train, for improve my game, getting better my grappling, getting better in my boxing, everything, getting better in my game for me to come back to 145 and for working power too, strong because I stayed 3 years doing dieting and try drop weight from 135. And I know 145 is just different divisions, my division, And I try to use everything like it's not nice, It's very hard when you don't know when you're gonna fight. And in July it'll be 10 months I don't fight, and it's really hard because you need to find motivate every day. Every day you need to find motivation for keep training, keep focus. Don't give up and keep going. And man, I did like this. And my teams support me, help me, motivate me all the time. And then my family too, my family, I think the first thing motivated me. And they always, I know it's a keep training, the opportunity gonna come. And it'll be a nice opportunity, July 29, you're gonna fight for the belt. And I'm really happy and for being my division 145.
And in the midst of all of this, you go to the athlete retreat in May and you start tweeting things like your picture is not in the book. And it felt to me like you felt disrespected. And I'm not talking about the Angela Magana situation, just like it felt like you weren't feeling the love. Is that accurate?
I did already 2 fights with UFC. And then when I saw the book, I see they have my picture. You know why? I have a lot of athletes. Don't have just me there, but they have a lot of athletes there too. But if in the book, the retreats for athletes, why don't have my picture there? Making me be really pissed off. And then we talk a lot of things there. Say, we're still gonna help your company growing. We're gonna growing together, And then I just look at that. Don't have my picture. How do you want to grow your company together if you don't have your picture there? How are people gonna see you? See you face your name. Something things like this. But I hopefully it's gonna change. The last interview, Dan White said they did a lot of mistakes with Cyborg. And maybe you can gonna start to work together. I hope. And I love my job. If my boss and the company I work work with me, you're gonna be a lot of success together. But I give it the opportunity for them for change the scene. Make it better. And for me, if you can train and fight happy. I don't wanna fight outside the cage all the time. I wanna just fight in the cage and focus for my fight.
I thought it was significant when he said that to MMA Junkie about the mistakes that they've made as far as your relationship is concerned. It wasn't like an outright apology. So much has happened, but did you feel good when you saw that? Did it make you feel better about the future?
It's really hard. Some people do some mistake, and the same way I did a mistake. I did show me I can respect a little bit. Show respect because some people do mistake and don't know say I did a mistake. And when you say, man, I did some mistake in Cyborg, show me then think a little bit what they did for me. Maybe show me a little bit respect, and I accept that. And then let's see what's gonna happen after that. Let's see, not just be a word. Not just be in the word, but in practice, if this is gonna work. This is gonna change. I really easily work with. Just to have to work together. I don't want to feel something then fight against me. But you want to work together for sure. We can make a lot of money together. But we need to work together. I want to be happy. I want to look to my boss and I'm happy there. I feel like my enemy. I hope this is gonna change. And after this interview, I think maybe open the door for getting better.
The frustration that you were feeling at the retreat, is that part of the reason why you confronted and ultimately hit Magana? Like, were you feeling so upset that weekend that you kind of, weren't thinking when you were acting in that situation?
I don't say like this, but I think it's a long time. I think almost 6 years in my career, people bully me and speak a lot of things about me. And then, man, I'm a human being. Sometimes you can do, sometimes it can happen something, but it's Mega should play something, really bad about my family. My dad had a hard time with cancer. I stayed 1 month in Brazil with him and with all the kids there. And the kids there is the really real world champion because then fight for their lives every day. And then some people have to be careful while they play because you play something nice, something you feel in your heart. And, but about Magana, my lawyer take care of that. And I think she's going to be an example. I think it's not cool. You bully people. I don't think it's not cool. I think you bully internet. You bully the school. I think it's not cool. Have a lot of teenager people have a problem. Try to kill themselves because of that. And I think this have to change. And then I hope that people don't do that because people sometimes, for show respect, have to do something. And I hope she will be an example. People don't do something like that. Play, not nice.
Where do things stand in that story with you and Angela Magana? Is there like a lawsuit involved? What could you tell us about it?
My lawyer take care of that, and he's going to court, and it'll be soon when I have anything about. For sure, they're gonna make one interview, something say that, but I leave in my lawyer hands.
Okay.
And hopefully soon we're gonna have news about.
Was it nice to see all the fighters defend you? It seemed like a lot of the fighters had your back when discussing the story. Did you see that?
After everything, I really nervous because I never this happened with me, and then when this fighter show really support for me because she's not just disrespect me, she disrespect to everybody. She don't have the respect for nobody, and it's hard you teach respect to someone older already. In the kid you can teach. Maybe she don't have this in her house. It's really hard when you confront discussing with somebody don't show even respect. People have cancer in the hospital. And for me, it's unbelievable you play like things like that. But I feel very thankful for my team. I feel like all the fighters have to be on the same page and defend themselves. You can make a group, and this is really nice.
What about this sponsor that said that they were dropping you because of this? What happened there? That's crazy.
My lawyer take care of that, but I think it didn't have excuse, that because I did my job. I went to Las Vegas. I talked to everybody there. All the fans come to see me, and then I think then find excuse for don't want to pay me, but my lawyer take care of that for sure too. Gonna have it soon coming up about that.
Okay.
And I think just to use excuse for don't want to pay me. I think they already supposed to pay me before, they don't pay me, and then half front, half after, and then they don't make what I did the agreement.
Your contract is up in October, right?
Yes.
What do you think you're going to do? I mean, that's in 3 months. What do you think is going to happen?
I'm going to fight for the belt now, and then for sure, if I get the belt, and this is going to hold me 1 year, and probably have to a couple fights too. I really have to think about that. I want to work more, see what's going to work with me UFC, how's it going to work together. And, if I be happy there, and then show respect for me, like to be the world champion. I mean, 10 years undefeated, and then long time the world champ. Maybe if I hold UFC belt, then they're going to appreciate me, And I don't know, but let's wait, I just want to make everybody happy, all my fans happy. I think everybody going to go to me, watch my fight, because then wait so long for that day. And let's see after, I think after when they work everybody together and then make money together, maybe this is going to change, maybe you can, be happy in that place.
But despite all the issues, you are open to perhaps re-signing with the UFC come October. You're not closing the door on that.
I hopefully you're going to fix that. My manager talks to them. But for sure, I know I have a lot of doors open for me, if this is not going to happen. But now my focus is my fight and the end of the month. And, when I get it, hold the belt, and then see what's going to happen. But hopefully everything will be okay.
Do you ever think back to that contract that you signed, with Zuffa several years back? If you would have just gone into the UFC as a 145er and maybe fought on the same, you remember that weekend you fought 184. Ronda fought Katzengano, and you fought the night before for Invicta. If you just came into the UFC and were pushed as a UFC star, do you ever think like how different things would be now if they would have just put you in the UFC right away, as opposed to putting you in Invicta and having you try to cut down to 140 and all that stuff?
For sure. I think the UFC never have the idea to make 145 pounds. When I fight Invicta, we sign in Invicta. I think then say make the fight Ronda Rousey against me. But this is then say that. But I don't think this is a big deal. I think just I like Invicta for me, going other events like Bellator or other events. I think they sign me for hold me in Invicta for me can go in the big organization. And for sure it'll be different. Imagine now maybe the fifth fight in UFC. If they use the same machine they use it for build the Ronda Rousey, imagine if these people doing with me. Because all the fans follow me now. It's all my fans with me in beginning of my career. The same people watch Gina Carano against Cyborg. The same people watch my last fight. We make the same numbers. And imagine if they then build me like they build Ronda Rousey. Imagine if I fight semi-card, Holly fight Kezingan, Ronda fight Kezingan, I fought Holly Holm the same card, same night. Imagine the biggest, And then if you don't know Ronda don't want to fight me, protect her, that's fine, Have to be build the 2 stars, it'll be amazing.
Right.
I think, man, I don't know, but I don't know who take care about that for them, but I think this time they didn't mistake about that. They can make big stars, and it's good for them. Then more stars, more money for them.
I know last week you had to weigh in for California. This is your first fight in the UFC at 145. How is the weight cut going? How are you feeling?
I feel good. I start to eat very, very healthy after my fight too. Very and then in my division, I think almost 2 years and I fight 145, and I think it cut for 140 make me lighter a little bit, because I lose a lot of muscle too for 140. And I feel very confident, very nice, and I did my weight, now they check the weight 30 days before the fight. and I'm really close to the weight. Like the weight have to be in 30 days, and I'm really happy. You know, my team happy. They say I look great. You know, I'm trained nice. I feel very good mood for training. You know, the passion is my heart for be a fighter and the training coming back. It's not just be a dieting and you know a lot of cardio and the stress about the weight. And I know I feel great. I feel really happy, and I think it'll be great to fight July 29. 145 for me, it's my division. It'll be the opportunity for me can show for all my fans and the new fans don't know me, all my haters, you know, why I'm 10 years in the field.
Are you working with a nutritionist?
I've been back to work with Rob Emerson.
Oh.
We partner training, and he's always dropped 145, 135. I work with him on I was fighting 145, and I stopped work with him for work with Josh Lockhart. And now I'm coming back to work with Robbie. You know, he's really healthy. He's really like a lot of things, natural organic things. You know, this has really helped me. My other camp to 145, and with good success.
Okay, and just curious, I know you have the big fight coming up, but I feel like right now the biggest women's MMA fight that can happen, now that Ronda is gone and there have been some changes, is you versus Holly Holm. Do you think that will happen after her win? What do you think?
You know, I already accept to fight Holly when Ronda fight Cat Zingano. I accept to fight her in first fight 140 in Curitiba. I accept to fight her in Brasilia when I did the main event. I asked for her in Singapore when she fight Beth Correa. And then when Meg Anderson pull out the opportunity to fight her, I say, okay, we can fight. You know, I think the next fight to be with her, I think it'll be the great fighter for all the fans. She's already fought 145 with the Raymond. And the people say maybe she's winning, maybe she lost. You know, I think they want to see the rematch, that fight. And let maybe the opportunity to fight with me for the belt. I don't know. She's just winning Beth Correa, but I think she's the biggest name for the next fight. I think she's a great fighter. I think it'll be really nice.
Well, I'm happy they found you an opponent. This is sort of like an Invicta super fight, right? 135 champion against a 145 champion in the UFC. You get to fight for your belt. You are the best featherweight in the world. There's no doubt about that. And I know it's been a crazy few months for you, but I'm hoping that now the sun is coming out. The clouds are going away. Dana White has said that there have been mistakes. They want to work with you. You'll have a new contract hopefully soon. Hopefully good times are coming for you, Cris, because I think after everything you've been through over the last few months, you certainly deserve it. So good luck to you on July 29th. Thank you so much for the time. Looking forward to it very much. Oh, I think you got a call just now. Am I right? Did you just get a call?
Yeah,
there you go. It froze. But I really appreciate you joining us, and I can't wait for the fight. I'm so excited that you're finally fighting at 145 in the UFC.
Thanks so much, Ariel, for always giving the opportunity for me for talk to my fans. I want to say all my fans, I have my Cyber Nation shirt, Cyber Against the World. You can check my Instagram profile. You can see the link. And all the sponsors who like to sponsor me for my next fight, you can send me a Cris Cyborg MMA, gmail.gmail. And my next thing is to be training for motivate all the girls and women. It will be August 12. You can check too in my Instagram. And I appreciate all my fans. I hope everybody be there with me July 29. And thanks so much, all my fans.
Obrigado. Thank you very much. There she is.
Obrigado.
Cris Cyborg, July 29th, UFC 214. Without a doubt, the best card of the year.